Okay, so can you tell me about Die Hard piano?
Yes. It's a piano. It's watching the trailer for Die Hard on repeat. And every time there's an explosion on the monitor, every time it sees an explosion in the trailer, it plays itself with its kind of robotic arm that we've given it. So it was a piano that was floating around my house for a while, and it's in a state of disrepair. So we took the keys off and the hammers, and all that was left was the harp standing upright. And we decided to give it a second life, and this is just kind of the manifestation of that process.
Why Die Hard?
I think Aaron and I both decided that we wanted to reflect on being in bed late at night, watching YouTube videos kind of endlessly, and maybe personifying that with something big and large and kind of putting it out of context. And Die Hard just seemed like the perfect way to capture something like a trailer for a movie and then just being a little ridiculous and funny. And also Die Hard's really a good movie.
Just makes me think of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And just that like cultural cachet that it has, but also being really masculine at the same time.
Yeah, totally. I feel it, the way that people have been approaching it, which is definitely how Aaron and I want to view as people are making really deep, sort of consciously assumptions about it and thinking about it in a very, they want to address it in like maybe a political way or in a sort of way that discusses relationships about sort of you watching things alone and sort of like trailers and advertising and stuff like that. We've gotten a lot of people sort of being like, okay, I get this, like I see, I know what you're saying, and it's just kind of like, I'm always curious to like, tell me what you think and tell me what you think about it, and usually it's really a nice mix of like this is the viewer and it's seeing this thing that's like explosions and like a guy running around a tall building and like he's fighting crime and he's kind of this like superhero and there's like it's kind of like a love story and he's trying to like get his wife, and these are people who really like have a connection with this movie too, who generally sort of bring out this very interesting message that they get from it, and it's been really exploratory for us to hear that, and it's exactly what we wanted for sure. I mean, it is a piano with a car radio antenna strapped to it, watching the Die Hard trailer. So we expected people to extract some things out of that, and they did. And I think it's been great.
Yeah, it was a little absurd in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. What's the tie-in to machine learning?
So we became aware of a program called Wekinator, which we're using to classify data sets for the computer that's running in the back. So we have two data sets. The first being a very long edit of footage of 5 movies with no explosions at all. It's just kind of the most, I would say, non-explosive footage you could get from these 5 movies that we use. The second data set is a long edit of only footage of explosions. So those are classified as one being no explosions, the second data set being only explosions, class 2. And so this program is constantly trying to classify itself as a 1 or a 2. And when we feed it this third data set, which is the Die Hard trailer, which is a really good mix of footage of explosions and non-explosions, in about a 2.5-minute period, it really shows the relationship between sort of being a 1 or being a 2. And the 1 state is doing nothing, so when there's no explosions, it's still, and the 2 state is movement and playing music.
Got it. And then it makes this really dissonant, kind of dark soundtrack.
Yeah. we always have this sort of nice image of just sort of this like intimate like piano, now that it's been given a limb to play itself, just kind of relaxing and watching and taking it in. And it's like a really pleasurable thing almost for it. It feels like gave it a chance to kind of do it like be itself, you know. It doesn't need anybody else anymore, and it can watch movies now. It could watch anything. It doesn't have to be the Die Hard trailer. It could be whatever bullshit we want to give it, or it could watch, you know.
Sorry.
It could be anything, which is
So
cool.
you're not the first person that I've talked to on camera that's kind of anthropomorphized their part of the installation here. Like, do you think that a piano could get to a point where it is watching a movie? And
I mean, it is. We had a film composer last week when we were showing it at the ITP show. He said that this is going to do my job soon, and then I'll just be able to be the producer, and I'll just show my instruments the movies, and they'll just score them for me. And I thought that was kind of the best. Like, if that's what a film score composer takes from this, and he's excited about it, then I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I think someone's either gonna look at that and say, that's kind of scary, or that's really awesome, and that's a lot of possibilities.
Yeah. Either threatening or exciting.
Yeah, I mean, I think that anytime you do anthropomorphize something, or you give something the ability to do something that we are part and parcel in, like an instrument needs human interaction to sort of come alive, you know? And then when you totally take the humanity out of that, it can be a little scary, I think. Definitely makes you question whether it needs you anymore. You know?
Yeah. But so do you think that humans still need to play a role?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
I think, you know, instruments and humans, it's like the best relationship there is.
Yeah.
It's like between like animals and humans, I think that goes, it's like that kind, I mean, they just work so well together, you know what I mean? And if you treat them nicely, of course. So I feel a little bit, not even a little bit, but definitely an emotional connection to it, because it does seem like when it does good, when it does catch, like when it catches like an explosion like on time and very accurately, I kind of want to like pet it and be like, good piano.
Well, funny.
Yeah.
Was there anything else that you wanted to say about it?
Oh, yes. Myself and Aaron Montoya, who worked on this as well, totally 50-50, and that guy's a total genius. So, Aaron, this is we've talked extensively about this, and I think it's been a really good thought experiment for both him and I to sort of approach projects like this. I think we both sort of found, especially if you're using this classifying sort of algorithm to teach the computer, sort of give it knowledge, but you don't tell it everything. It's very thought-provoking for both of us to sort of think what you choose to expose something to, you know? And we've sort of had many conversations about that. So, but I think we're going to continue to
Yeah, what's next?
to explore this exactly. What's next? Or it can be anything. That's the cool part.